Okay guys, I give you a closure in the dressing room. They're having a clean match. Good luck and God bless you.
Word out of the Crawford camp was that their man tends to start slowly and build up a head of steam. That could be a red herring, because as you say, Jim, you look at his card, you look at his record, you can barely find any rounds he's lost.
So this is the first look at him in the flesh. He's trying to work out the range at the moment, not committing himself quite right.
Crawford just a little bit tentative with his own jab at the moment. He's looking for rangefinders at the moment. Nice little right hand to the body there from Burns. Look for another one. And that's the thing, even though that second one missed, listen to the reaction from the crowd.
And Ricky's just done that with that right hand. That was clever. Good stuff from Crawford there.
Yeah, fast hands. Switched the point of attack very quickly indeed.
Oh, good left hook too. He's quick.
And a right to the body as well. And Crawford is starting to settle down here.
Elbow the forearm, so that's good. He gets an early warning. If he does it again, we can see points coming off.
And the referee letting both fighters know that he is in charge of this one.
Following that good right hand from Burns, as he's walked onto a right hand as well. Yeah, Crawford is quick, as we thought he would be.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was flashy work. This is clever stuff. Leading with the uppercut, now that takes confidence.
Burns landing a long right hand. He had a wonderful week down in Essex at the Tony Sims gym, and he finished off up here with Lee Selby, who is sort of good mates. He's worked with David Brophy. They've often been sparring partners together. Tyrone Nurse has been very involved as well.
Don't see this southpaw stance as an advantage to Crawford. I don't think he looks all that comfortable with it. Hasn't done anything.
Yeah, moving very well, but just not throwing very much, and when he does, he's out of range. Trying to land a counter there, that missed. Burns out of range again. He is tough to tag cleanly, Crawford. Crawford being very circumspect in this round. Still staying in the southpaw stance as well. Nice from Burns.
Struggling to find the range, Burns, but there's nothing come back from Crawford here.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Neither man is having an awful lot of success, because Burns is launching in, got through that time with the jab, but Burns certainly busier. And Crawford really just drifting through this round.
Ricky's got his jab working there. That was good. I'm surprised that Crawford is stuck with this southpaw stance. I don't see that he uses it as an advantage in the slightest.
That was one of the scouting reports on Terence Crawford, that he was fast and going to be faster than Burns. Nice shot again from Burns. And he reacted like that to being caught by a right hand from Burns. And again, nice left this time. And once again, Crawford, when they tie up, looked to land a left to the body there that Burns blocked off. And no end product there from Burns, as Crawford was too slick for him. Burns this time finding his punches blocked off. A lot of work being neutralised for both fellas here.
A lot of missing, but Burns is working that little bit harder.
And Crawford not putting on the kind of dazzling performance we were expecting, that's for sure. It did catch the eye a little bit more, so Burns still playing this waiting game, not getting drawn into the counter punchers game. And Crawford staying.
Well, if I was in Crawford's corner, I'd be telling him this is not the way you win world titles abroad. He's not doing enough.
Nice.
Good right hand from Burns.
Single punch though. Crawford comes looking for him again, and when Burns has landed, Crawford's always looked for a response, and it's Crawford that's coming up with a response here. And getting through, and Burns is backed up for the first time in the fight, and he targeted where that broken jaw was there, Crawford, with a left hook, and Burns shaken up and getting punched around the ropes here. And then he digs in, but that was a really good spell for the American. But Burns comes back at him. He's got news coming to him.
Well, there's certainly a big improvement in the visitors' work there, forcing Ricky to cover up. Yeah, now we're seeing a bit of ambition from Crawford. This is much better.
Crawford biding his time. Keeping the jab going here, Burns. Well, it's that assault in the middle of this round that I think the judges might remember when the bell goes at the end of this one, and again.
Yeah.
It was at the end of round 9 that Jose Gonzalez finally decided he'd had enough against Ricky Burns, but there is no suggestion at all so far that Terence Crawford has had enough, far from it.
I think he's been sent out to make some sort of impression. What he's doing is not working, it's not going to start working. Now, where is the charge that we expect from Ricky Burns? Punches round behind the back, not on the target.
That early burst, and once again he's allowing Crawford just to dictate the terms. Not everything landing, but he's just keeping Burns off balance and out of range. Burns looks to land an inside.
He's up close there, but not really getting the punches off.
Once again, some left hooks just to test that jaw where it was broken.
Quite dominated here.
Good uppercut from Burns. Catching him again. And Burns goes for the big swinging left hand that they enjoyed from the back of the hall, but it missed. So did the follow-up. And Crawford is not missing, and Burns backing up once again. And how many times have we seen this? The guard up against the ropes, and then he comes out again, swinging, hoping to land something.
I just feel that Ricky has big doubts in his mind. Either he's worried about the jaw, or he's in pain because of the jaw. But there's something missing from the Ricky Burns that we've gotten used to in this country. Go with my head rather than my heart. You know, the good punches are still coming from the challenger. Be honest with him, I think the best of Ricky Burns, the Ricky Burns that beat Katsinas and Kevin Mitchell, I'm sure would have handled this guy, but Ricky is holding back something. This is better this round, he's on the front foot. That was better. He has to bring the right hand into play.
And it's Crawford that puts him there though. Every time Burns does land something, Crawford puts him in his place.
The crowd are trying to lift him. Not a lot in this round. A lot out of range again. I think Crawford's taking a breather in this round, Nick. Oh, good shot there from him though.
Yeah, even taking a breather. Oh, that was a nice right hand from Burns, but once again it's Crawford.
See, it's the way that Ricky's forced on the defensive every time he takes a punch. We're used to see him taking a shot and coming through it.
Oh, he got caught badly there as well, Burns. He sold out and got caught on the counter. And it's going to take an awful lot to put Ricky Burns out of this one. Never been stopped. And how many times has he had to climb off the floor? If Crawford is going to fade, it's going to be late and dramatic. And surely Burns has just got to try and find out. You've got to force him off the road.
Yeah, well, he took a breather in the previous round, Crawford, but maybe he feels he can afford to do that.
Ever remember Ricky Burns really putting this fella under any kind of sustained pressure. He responds so well to a challenge, Crawford.
See the tape just coming loose on Ricky's glove. Reaching with long, wide punches again, not prepared to get up close and shorten the punches. That's what's needed here. Get close and short, little short, straight punches. Being boxed away from home, you would expect him really to put the foot to the floor.
Well, you have to leave no doubt at all.
But Crawford certainly hasn't put his stamp on this round or the previous one.
Missing again there, Crawford. Oh, nice left hand from Burns, but once again, look at the reaction from Crawford.
Yeah, he just seems able to take it away from Ricky when he has a little bit of success.
Again, the switch from head to body and the pressure staying on here from Crawford. Not one bit. One of the class acts in British boxing, but is this the last 3 minutes of his reign as world champion?
I'd rather see Ricky come out in a bad mood than a big smile on his face.
There's tape all over the place.
I mean that.
And now we can resume this last round. Not been an epic, never really quite caught fire. But again, he's rocked him. And Burns in trouble again, and Crawford listening to his corner and saying, right, let's put on the big finish. And I think he might be going to try and stop Burns here. It's never happened before, but Crawford is going for it. Burns catches him with a left, but still Crawford pouring it on. And Crawford not letting go either. That was big from Crawford, who just looked at his corner as if to say, is that what you wanted? Inside the last 2 minutes.
Uncomfortable look in Ricky's face.
Yeah, a bit more discomfort after those body shots went in from Crawford as well, but Burns digging in again, and then immediately Crawford comes straight back at him.
Well, we saw a little flash from Crawford there. That was classy stuff, that was quality.
Once again, Burns being bullied back to the ropes, comes off this time, but can't find anything meaningful. Again, just gritting his teeth.
Pulling faces. He's never looked comfortable in there tonight. Never.
Last 30 seconds. Well, the American camp said we need this last round. They've got that emphatically, no question. But it's going to come down to the judges from Hungary, Philippines and Mexico. How do they see it?
No, he's been hesitant, he's been uncomfortable, he's had successes here and there. No, I think he's just glad to get through it.
packed out at the SECC. Both men having some success in that opening session. Crawford catching the eye, but Burns sticking to that jab and having some success with it too.
Well, I expected some uncomfortable moments for Ricky Burns early, and we're not seeing too many of those. That was a decent round for him, the second. A lot of work from both men. Yeah, but a lot of missed punches. I mean, asking which one do you think would be impressing the judges?
Side of the right eye, and Dave Coldwell, the cuts man, is going to work on it.
You know, I'm just wondering the way Ricky really gets tucked down behind that tight defence. I wonder maybe psychologically at the back of his mind he's worried about that jaw. I mean, it was a horrendous break. See, this is impressive stuff. This is enough to win a round where not an awful lot of other stuff is happening. But a body shot that he's taken, I've never heard, apart from the broken jaw, which he was entitled to complain about. But no, the commitment is lacking. Complaining about body shots. This is not the Ricky Burns I'm used to seeing. Good left hook there from Crawford. The eye-catching stuff coming from the American. He's looking the boss. Look at this. I mean, Ricky continues to back himself to the ropes, put his hands up. I mean, you're gifting the rounds to the other guy doing that. Burns' balance going there. Crawford, that maybe we expected, not the budding superstar we were led to believe.
And interesting words in the corner from Crawford as well. Brian McIntyre, his coach, said, "We need this round." Now, whether that's just a bit of psychology or whether they're remembering the name of Ray Beltran.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, the judges' scorecards read: Zoltan and Yedi scores the contest 116-112. Lopez scores the contest 117-111. And Lagambe scores the contest 116-112. All three judges are in favour of the winner and the new...
Yeah, there it is, Terence Crawford. Wow.
Lightweight champion of the world.
A moment of history for the American. The first Omaha born and raised world champion. It was thoroughly deserved. It was highly efficient.